Hi, it's Jeremy, and I wanted to address this concern that has come up quite a few times in our group so far, and that is this. I'm on board with cutting out sugar, but my family isn't. I have kids, things like that. And so I just wanted to address that a little bit and talk about how we address that in our family, and maybe you can take some of what I say and put it to use for you. I'm not a nutritionist by any means, and certainly not a child raising expert or anything like that. I'm just gonna share with you what we do and what we work with. And we're not perfect, and trust me, our kids have sugar, but I think we are teaching them a healthy relationship with sugar and with food in general. And so I'm just going to share that with you. I had a nice long post written up, and it was a nice long post. And I thought instead of just making you guys read a book, I'll just talk it out with you. So that's what we're doing. So if we're concerned that our kids might have a sugar problem, the best thing you can do is to look and see certain things. There's if they regularly eat a lot of candy, that would be a big a big red flag. But are they hard to put to bed? Are they picky eaters? Do they have mood swings? Do they have trouble focusing? Things like that are also cues or keys you can look for to see if there might be a problem there. And so the way you can test it is by doing just what we've done and go for a week and eliminate it. Get rid of anything with added sugar. Get rid of the fruit juices, cereals, Pop Tarts, cereal bars, chips, crackers, bread, and just make sure we're having non-sweetened stuff and see what happens to them. How do they change? Do they have behavior changes through that or anything like that? And that'll let you know. So, so I think the goal is to teach our kids to have a healthy relationship with sugar, just like we'll be going over with you guys. There's a time and a place, right? I mean, it's enjoyable and stuff like that to have things that are sweet, to have desserts. So we need to just show that to our kids. Now, here's the deal. Not too long ago, the children accounted for only 3% of type 2 diabetes cases in the United States. By 2004, that number had risen to 45%. Okay, and I don't know what's been since then because those were the most reliable numbers I could find, but that's amazing. And we know that from what we've learned so far, that sugar intake is really tied to type 2 diabetes. And of course, other serious health problems as well. And so I think it's important that we communicate this with our kids about sugar. So I just have some tips here that I want to talk about. And the first one is lead by example. Okay. By example, I don't mean live every day like we're living this week. This week is a reset. It's a challenge, and it's a detox of sorts. I don't think everyone's expected to live like this, like we are this week, and never have sugar. A better thing would be to model moderation. What happens if you make something taboo like that? When they do have a chance to get it, they gorge themselves, and then when they get out on their own and can make their own decisions, they're like, well, I'll eat as much candy as I want. You see that with other things as well. But so that would be my first tip, is to lead by example and model moderation. How often do you snack? And when you do snack, what do you reach for? They're watching. Okay, they're going to see it. The second tip is to start early. Okay, did you know that actually eating habits begin during gestation? It's not it's never too early to teach the right way. Now, some of you have older kids already, and that's, the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. Second best time to plant a tree is right now. So you can start now and start modeling healthy eating and start encouraging that in your kids. The third one is focus on health. Okay, and it's not about weight gain. It's not about being fat. It's not about trying to look a certain way or anything like that. It's just about being healthy. Okay, kids get exposed enough to like body image, and there's issues with that, and we don't want to propagate that in any way. So teach health, okay, and show them that eating healthy is valuable to make you live a long and happy life. Okay, the fourth one is allow some freedom of choice. Okay, I think that children are capable of making health conscious decisions. As long as you're providing proper support and encouragement to go with it. I try to educate my kids on what consists of a healthy diet, what consists of a good portion of food, and, what consists of a balanced meal. And, it's a good way to, over time, help them learn to make the choices for themselves rather than you always pushing it on them. And it takes a lot of the pressure off of you as well. Now, this change won't happen overnight. Okay, it's a process. To go along with that, my next tip would be teach them to listen to their bodies. Okay, teach them to see the effect that foods have on them, positive if they're good foods, and the negative consequences for eating bad foods, And if they do sneak in and gorge themselves on their Halloween candy and get a stomach ache from that, help them take ownership of that and understand where that came from. Kids are smarter than we think, and when given the right information, they are capable of making smart choices. The next thing is, we're learning about the power of labels, right? So investigate labels with them, okay? Read the food labels, especially if they're, like late elementary school, and have them read the label. And if they can't read a word, that's probably not something they need in their body. Things like that. As you're learning to do this and having your eyes open to what is in food, keep practicing that. Look at labels, and it'll be a pain at first, and then you'll forget sometimes, and then before you know it, you're like, boy, why do I feel awful? What did I eat last night? Oh, I had that one spaghetti. And you look, and there it is. There's processed sugar in the spaghetti sauce that you got. Something like that. But investigate labels, have them help you do it, take them shopping with you, and just give them the knowledge. Seventh tidbit I would say is, prepare meals as a family. Yeah, especially if one of their problems is being picky eaters, if you guys can pitch in to prepare meals together, and I understand different schedules and stuff like that, but maybe designate a day or night where this happens, and if they can contribute to what's going in the food, it gives them some ownership of it. They're a lot more likely to be enthused about eating it. The next one, and this is what we've been talking about, and create a sugar-free home. Now, if you went and look in my pantry right now, you would find 2 of the Reese's Easter peanut butter eggs, and those are mine. But I'm delaying those until I'm done with this program that I'm doing, and I have no problem controlling myself with that. But those were bought for me. Okay, we do not buy candy. when we buy ice cream, it's for a birthday, and my daughter's birthday was January 12th, and the quart of ice cream or whatever it is still sitting in there uneaten. We don't buy that stuff now. As we look at labels, we learn that maybe we are buying stuff and we need to switch, and that's okay. But as best as you can, keep your home sugar free. Have alternatives though. Have fresh fruit. Have snacks. Have trail mix. Homemade, or make sure you check it still, but have it there and available, because as you provide healthy alternatives to things, that's what they're going to develop a taste for. And if you have older kids who are already entrenched in this, it's going to be harder at first, but it can be done, I believe. And my next one is push for produce. Okay. Vegetables are good. Fruit is amazing. Okay. And so, encourage that, and have a fresh alternative on hand, so that when they do need something to snack on, and they do need that sugar because they are kids and they do have a lot more severe sugar cravings than we do, and they have something that's actually going to benefit their body and give them an energy boost and not a sugar spike. And then I would say the last just bit of advice is drinks. Okay. There's a vast majority of calories is consumed by what we drink, and that goes along with that. The sugar that we intake is so much in our drinks. So really. Really police what drinks your kids are using. Encourage only water, or only water between meals. 100% fruit juice, not from concentrate, or milk with meals. And save those sugary drinks for special occasions, or when you're out, or things like that. If you cut them off completely, then bad things happen when they get older. But it can, and then when they do want a treat at home, provide them with like a yummy smoothie, or when we have movie nights, a lot of times I'll make my kids a thing of Shakeology and split it between them. Have those healthy alternatives available for them, so that they can have that. And that's just kind of what we do. And I hope that something here helps. It's kind of a long video, and I'm sorry about that, but there was a lot of concern around the subject, so I wanted to share this. And if it helps one of you, then awesome. Thank you.